If you could simply outwork everybody else, you would be more successful and your life would be more fun than anyone else's. Pretty simple, right? Sadly, you most likely aren't able to do that. No offense here. So I got some good news and some bad news for you. The good news is that I came up with a solution that will allow you to outwork everyone else and make your work fun again. And it is a technique that we all used in our childhood but eventually forgot as we grew into teenagers and adults. The bad news is that without this video, you're going to end up watching 10, 20, 30 other videos which are going to take you nowhere, and you'll continue to scroll, you'll continue to procrastinate, and you'll never be able to work at all. So make sure to watch till the end, because after this video, you are going to destroy all of your competition. The only way to outwork everyone is to be bored. Now I know this is a very definitive statement, but let me explain what I exactly mean here. What you need to do is sit with yourself in a room and just think. Think and work. Just do nothing and think. Now working, like, what you need to do is be with yourself, just yourself in your room. No phone, no laptop, no any electronic gadget, no one else, just you. No stimulation whatsoever. Alright, just you, your thoughts, and just you and your thoughts. That's it. Right? So you need to sit and you need to think. See, it is going to give you two things. Firstly, it will give you boredom. You're going to be extremely bored. You'll want to reach out to your phone. You'll want to reach out to your laptop. You'll want to do many things. It is going to make you bored. But after this boredom, there will come a phase when it gives you clarity. You will start asking those questions which you never asked. You'll start to think about the things you never thought. And that pain, that thought, that thinking, and everything surrounding that will give you the clarity that you need. And along with that clarity, you are going to have so many realizations that you never had. And a part of you knew that you needed to do this, but you were not doing it because you're not ready to face your demons. And then once you have this clarity and you have got all of these realizations, you need to have the same room, your thoughts, you, and one device where you are going to work. It could be a notebook, it could be your laptop, it could be a mobile. Now, whatever you have, just that device, you, your thoughts, in a room, alone, and you're just going to work with that clarity and the realizations. If you're thinking that sounds absurd, and I know I made it sound very simple, but it's not really that simple, because it is going to take you, it is simple, right? It is simple, but I never said it's easy, alright? Hard, but it is simple. Why is it simple? Is because it's not complicated. It's not complicated. You just need to be with yourself in a room. But the thing is, it is very difficult nowadays for normal people to be in a room alone. Why is that? Because your brain is going to distract. Your brain will try to think of random things, think of your ex-girlfriend, or think of some form of food, or want you to reach to your phone, want to reach to your laptop or whatever, and it will try to distract you. The enemy will try to distract you, and that is the thing that is the most difficult thing to face. Because once you do that, you are going to get that clarity, and the enemy, as I said, is going to distract you. The strength that your enemy will have here is boredom. It is going to make you feel bored. It will make you feel that without the phone, without the music, without your laptop, you are going to be bored. But once you pass this stage, you are going to have a different level of clarity, as I said earlier. Alright, so that is why it is not easy, it is hard, but it is very simple. And with practice, you'll be able to do it. It won't happen in a day, it won't happen in an hour, but it will happen in a month. If you try to, it will. If you just try to do this every day, just don't aim for that I'm going to sit 10 hours in a room alone and do nothing. If you just start like that, it is going to be problematic. So what you need to do is start small. Start with 5 minutes. Let's start with 5 minutes. Sit for 5 minutes in a room completely alone. Alright. The next day 10 minutes, then 30 minutes, then 1 hour. Alright. And then eventually you can go as long as you want. For example, at this point, I can sit in a room just by myself for 10-12 hours a day without doing anything, just staring at a wall. Right. But to do that, I have been practicing this thing for the past 2 years, right? And right now, it is at this point that I'm able to just sit without doing anything for 12 hours a day straight and just stare at a wall. Alright, it's not complicated, it's very simple, but it is hard because you are going to face immense psychological pain and resistance. Now, if you're thinking that this sounds absurd, that how is that this just doing this will give clarity, and why is it so difficult to do that? Then let me tell you about an actual experiment that was carried out by a team of scientists. Alright, so a team of researchers took a group of human beings and put them in a room. Alright, and in that room there was a button that they could press to get electric shock. That was there, just that. No other devices, no food, no phone, no music, nothing. Just that button which would give them electric shock. And they were told that if you're going to press this button, you are going to get electric shocks. And the most surprising thing is that despite knowing that the button was going to give them electric shocks, after 20 to 25 minutes of just being there, people started pressing that button because they couldn't stand just they couldn't be with their thoughts. They couldn't stand their own thoughts. They could not handle their own thoughts. So they just started pressing the button and started giving themselves electric shocks because they were simply not able to do anything but just sit with their own thoughts. And now if this does not convince you, I don't know what will. See, I'd like to emphasize one more thing. It's not only about how much you really work. Equally important is the thing that what are you really working on. If simply working 12 hours a day would make you rich and successful, then every school-going person would be a millionaire. But that's not the case, and we both know that. And since you watched till here, here's a little gift for you. Go to the first link in the description and that will take you to my absolutely free newsletter where I share more in-depth stuff 3 to 5 times a week. And the thing is, no one else knows about it except you because you have watched till here. Because 95% of the people who clicked on this video have already left this video till this point. But you are there, so you are going to have an unfair advantage over everyone else, right? And since everyone who clicked in this video is directly or indirectly your competitor, you are going to outwork them. You are going to outsmart them. You are going to have an unfair advantage. And no, I know this sounds like a gimmicky marketing tactic, but trust me, it is not. It is an actual fact that 95% of the people have actually really left. And if you take the action, you are simply going to have an unfair advantage that most of all the people don't have, right? I genuinely want good people in my newsletter, so the communication and the sharing of knowledge is bi-directional, not unidirectional. And with that being said, I'll see you soon.